Hi, and welcome to another video by Jim the Car Guy. Today we're going to talk about a problem that Honda, anybody who owns a Honda and breaks their key, such as this, you can see that the key actually snapped off. It's actually fairly common on these Hondas, and now they got to use their valet key to actually get in and start the car. They got to have their remote to lock and unlock the vehicle. A little bit inconvenient, plus now they only have one key to get into the vehicle. So what I'm going to show you today is how to program a new key fob like this. We have a replacement for it. We're going to program this key fob right here so that it matches this key fob. Now the key fob, you can do this yourself. It's really not a big deal. I'm going to take you outside and I'm going to show you how it's done. But basically what you're going to do is you're going to put the key into the ignition. You're going to do a couple of sequences of turning and starting the car. Like I said, I'll show you. And then we're going to program so that the door locks and unlocks with both key fobs. Once that's done, we're going to take the key to a locksmith and we're going to have them cut this key to match this key. As you can see, it's a blank. It has no cuttings on it whatsoever. Now, even if I take this key to a locksmith and I get this key cut, I'm going to put this key in the ignition, which I will show you, and you'll crank the engine, and the immobilizer system in the car is not going to recognize this key and is not going to start. So what I'm going to show you how to do is I got this tool from this company. I'll show you. This is the website here. It's called banggood.com, and this is the tool right here. This tool costs you less to buy the tool to program the new key fob than it would to have a locksmith or a dealership program this key for you. This key programming is usually about $125 to $150 to program the key to the vehicle. This tool, $105 it costs. Does it work? I don't know. We're going to find out together. But according to their to the fellow I spoke to on the phone, this tool works pretty well on Hondas, Toyotas, anything with the key fob type thing. You can program any of the remotes as well. And really, that's the invoice for it. $104 and let's see, $104.99 to be exact. All right, so that's how much it is. And like I said, we're gonna go outside. We're gonna head over to the locksmith and we're gonna have them cut that key. You can't just go to a regular somebody who cuts and makes keys. This has to be done by a locksmith because it is a special machine that's used to cut this. But you know, that I'm not going to show you because that's the locksmith's job, and I think he's going to freak out if he sees me standing there with his camera recording what he's doing. But once we come back to the shop here, I'll get out to the car and I'll show you how everything works with the old key, and then how we're going to program the key fob first. And after we program the key fobs, then we're going to go and we're going to take that tool, plug it in, follow the prompts on the screen, and then we're going to program this key so it starts with this key as well. So we're going to have two keys then to start the vehicle. It's very important that you have both keys with you at the same time, because once you put this tool in, you're going to erase the programming inside the computer and it's not going to recognize a previous key. Like if you lost a key at home and you think you're going to program these two keys and then you found the key and you're going to try to start it, that key's not going to work any longer. You'll put the key in and turn it, it'll crank, but it won't start. So when you're doing this programming, make sure you have all of the keys. We have two of them in this case, but if you had three, make sure you have three in your possession when you're doing the programming of the key for the immobilizer and also the key for the key fob itself. All right, so enough BS. Let's take that key, get it cut, and then we're going to come back and we're going to see how this tool works. Oh, and I might add, this tool here, it actually is very simple to plug in. You plug it right into your OBD connector down underneath the dashboard. It powers up, and then you follow the prompts on the screen. But we're going to do that together, so we'll see how it goes. All right, so stay tuned. Okay, so now I'm going to show you how to program the key fob to make sure that it locks and unlocks the car. This is the new key that we had. We actually had the key cut already, but now we have to program the key fob to match the car itself. As you can see, it doesn't do anything. This one is our original. That one works. So what we do is we take the one. Now this you can program up to 3 keys with three key fobs at one time. Once you get past that the third key fob, it drops out one of the key fobs. All right, so make sure you have all of your keys that you want to program. Okay, now I'm going to show you how to program the new key fob that we had just gotten for this vehicle. Now you can see we did have the key cut by the locksmith already, so now we're going to program the key fob so that the key fob actually works to unlock and lock the doors as well. Now as you can see, this one doesn't do anything. This one is the one that works. All right, so what we're going to do now is take this, the key that works, put it in the door, in the lock, hit the lock button, turn it off. Turn the key on, hit the lock button, turn it off. Turn it on, hit the lock button, turn it off. On the 4th time, press it. You'll hear the lock cycle. Press it again, and then you press your new remote, and then you shut the key off. So that's it. If we've done our job correctly, lock, unlock, lock, and unlock. So now we have the 2 key fobs are programmed to the car. Next thing we're going to do now is we're going to program this cut to the car. Now I wanted to show you this here. This is the key that actually starts it and it runs. Right? This now is the key that we had cut by the locksmith, and as you can see, they cut it, put it in the ignition, you turn it, the key turns like it's going to start. And it dies right out. You see the light flashing over here? What's happening is the computer is not recognizing this key as a key that should run this car. So now what we need to do is we take our the scanner, plug in, and we're going to program this key to be recognized by this car, so that these 2 keys will be able to start the car. So, all right, let's grab my my tool and we'll continue. Okay, this is our tool, and we're going to plug this now down in the bottom into the OBD connector, and that should power this unit up. We should be able to see what's going on then. Okay. All right. Now we're just going to follow the prompts that come up onto the key here. I mean onto this the screen. F1 to continue. Battery level. We're just going to wait for the countdown. And once we get to the countdown, then we'll continue with it. Alright, it's an immobilizer system, so we're going to hit enter. Then we're going to put in what kind of car it is. It's a Honda. So we're just going to scroll down until we get the Honda. Honda USA, I think it was in USA. Let me just make sure. Okay, this one is USA built. We're going to hit enter. It's an Accord, and it's a 98 to an 02. No. It's an Accord. Oh, I'm sorry, yes, it is a 98 to an 02. Insert key in ignition. Insert a key and turn the console on, and then we're going to hit enter again. Add a key. Yes, we're going to hit enter again. Add a key. It is necessary to have one program key. To start, we have that one program key already in the ignition. Turn the ignition off. Insert an already programmed key that you want to insert a already programmed key, turn ignition on, turn ignition off, insert the new key, and you have to do it within a certain amount of time because it has a countdown. Turn the ignition off, turn the ignition on, turn the ignition off, install already programmed key, turn it on, turn it off, turn the ignition on. The key has been stored. Press any key. Alright, so press any key. Alright, so let's make sure now. We're going to start it. Oh, our battery's dead. Alright, let's jump start the car and we'll get it started up. Okay, we'll start it up. Alright, starts and runs. Let me shut it off. We'll take our new key that we just programmed. Start it up. And that's it. Well, actually, I'm going to tell you this. I am very much impressed with this tool. For the $105 that it costs to buy this tool, I can program not only the new Honda keys, I can do Toyota, I can do any car that has the immobilizer system or any key that has a key that's got to be synchronized to the car can be programmed with this unit right here. It has a whole list of all the different cars that can be programmed. I know I've seen it already work on the Toyota, but for the $105, you use it one time, this tool is already paid for itself. This guy here would have paid $150 to have that key programmed by the dealership or a locksmith. Now so my locksmith is going to wonder how come I don't call him no more, because now I could do it all myself. Alright, so I'm tired of paying the locksmith to come in and do such a simple job. They made it, when they did come in to do the job, you saw how long it took me there to do it. What, it took me 3 minutes, 4 minutes tops to get this key programmed. A locksmith comes in and they'll be outside killing time and they make it look like it's a big complicated procedure. With this tool, it made it simple. My guy, when he comes in to do it, he's sitting out there at least a half an hour playing around with this thing, and now I know he's in there goofing off. So, all right. But I'm actually really surprised how well it worked. And again, the company I got it from is Banggood. I'm going to show you one more time. Check it out. You can go on their website and see what they have. I know they have this tool and they have a bunch of other tools on there as well. All right, as always, thanks for watching. See you on the next one.